Now, you will know by now, if you're a Nio investor, that each and every year Nio hosts an event called the Nio Day. This is an event that takes place once a year, and on this event Nio showcases their latest products, and it also gives, of course, their future prospects, some of the plans that they have in the future or for the long term, which is something that obviously as investors, not this is an event that we look forward to, because we want to see or know what Nio plans, what is Nio plans in the next 5 years, what are Nio's plans in the next 2 to 3 years, which is always something that is incredible. Now, as I've said, since this is a day when Nio showcases their latest products, we've been seeing them each and every event, or this kind of an event, Nio always giving us a new model or launching a new model on this day. But this year, of course, we saw Nio launching another model, not on Nio Day but on a separate event, and that was the Nio ES7. Otherwise, in most cases, they always try to launch their cars or their new models on Nio Day, which of course the ES7, it was a separate case, which, by the way, I'm not complaining about that, because that car Nio, which they just launched 71 days ago, they started delivering that car to various cities, in fact 8 cities in China yesterday, which is something that is incredible, and something that as a new investor makes me to be really excited about that. Now, last year on Nio Day 2021, which was held in December, we saw Nio, of course, unveiling the Nio ET5 model, which was so amazing, because not only is this car, ladies and gents, very beautiful, but even in terms of its price, it is one of the cheapest models that Nio is currently selling. Now, this, of course, the fact that it is the cheapest model, it is a very good thing, because though it's very cheap, it comes with the latest technology, and it's a very exquisite car, which is something that you and me, as seen on the screen when looking at this photo, you can agree with me that this is a car that is just set to do very well, and that will do very well. In fact, Nio has already told us that its pre-orders has surpassed all of Nio's previous models, which is something that is incredible. Now, before Nio host this event, they obviously gave it outside to the consumers, to those people that own the Nio cars, to go and vote and select which city would they want, of course, the Nio Day or the coming Nio Day to be held in, which obviously that process was done. And yesterday, ladies and gents, as soon as you notice that Hefei, where the 2 plants of Nio is at, is the city which was voted by most of the people that were voting for the cities to hold this Nio Day, which is something that is incredible. Now, as I'm saying, this Hefei is a city where the Jack Nio factory and the new Neo Park factory is at, which is something that it really excites me, because for some of the people will probably have an opportunity to go and also visit these 2 plants, which will be an interesting or an exciting experience for them. Now, Nio, it's a company that, ladies and gents, I remain to be bullish, long and strong, because I personally believe that its future prospects, its fundamentals are just so robust. And I know some of the retail investors were worried about the delisting fears that surrounds not only Nio but most of the Chinese stocks, which last week, ladies and gents, we got to see or read the wonderful news of saying that the US and China, they've signed an agreement about how they will audit, of course, these companies or Chinese companies listed in the New York Stock Exchange, which is something that is incredible, as this is the first step of the good news that we are to see from, of course, the companies that, or the Chinese companies which are listed in the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, personally, as a Nio investor, which is a Chinese stock listed in the New York Stock Exchange, I was really excited about this, because, ladies and gents, it means that the fears or the delisting fears on those Chinese stocks listed in the New York Stock Exchange, it's slowly fading away, which this, ladies and gents, is going to make the shares of Chinese stocks, or most Chinese stocks including Nio, to surge, because you all know that at the announcement or 6-7 months ago, when we first heard that these Chinese stocks could be delisted, we saw the Chinese stock dropping or falling sharply from those kind of news, and they have not recovered ever since they fell from those delisting news which we got, or which we started reading about 6, 7, 8 months ago, which to get to know that there's an agreement in place right now makes, of course, the panic to be at ease, and makes those like us who are investing onto a company like Nio to remain bullish, stay strong, and of course be excited with the fact that we managed to get an opportunity to buy Nio at a low trading price. I mean, who would not buy a company like Nio, knowing very well that there was a point in time where it was trading below $13 per stock? I mean, sometimes I think around May, April, we saw Nio hitting a low of $14 per stock, which, ladies and gents, that was the time where obviously I loaded as much as I could, because I sort of like knew that, of course, these Chinese stocks were not going to be delisted because of the things that could happen, or bad things that could happen to both countries if most Chinese companies listed in the New York Stock Exchange could be delisted. So I sort of like had this thing in my mind to think that I must remain calm because of the things that could happen if delisting could take place. And I'm not saying that, of course, this thing is concluded. Like I said, the fact that the Chinese and the New York regulators sort of like came to an agreement is something that is the first step that obviously is going to open more positive news in the future. So I'm really excited with the fact that there are hopes, or high hopes now, that Chinese stocks like Nio are going to continue listing in the New York Stock Exchange. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I'm very excited that Nio will be hosting a Nio Day event in Hefei, which is a place or a destination or a city where Nio currently has 2 factories, and that is the Jet Nio factory and the Nio Park. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you load the boat onto the Nio stock, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing onto this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.